All right, it's Sunday, June 2nd. We finished planting beans yesterday. Basically, we planted, I don't know, 3/4 of our crop from May 20th through yesterday, and had a couple days in there that we didn't do anything because we got that 7/10 of an inch. So it a little hectic the last 10 days or so. So that's just sitting under the cold corn crib, the 8235 and the drill and color packer. I got to get it washed. I'm not feeling real ambitious about washing. I did get out the last of what little bit of beans were in the drill. Again, my buddy's coming to take those, deer plot. I don't know if I even filmed this in the last video, but Barb and I got that put in there. And actually, I came through the back side door there. I just had enough room to, and then drive straight through. That made it kind of handy. Still pisses me off. You look at it and you see some dirt streaks, but it is what it is. So I got some gas additive put in that motor, ran it for a few minutes. I got to sweep this off. I don't know if I'll wash it, but I leave the bottom trap door open so that, you know, if any critters ever got down in there. But I don't know. I hate washing things, but you also realize I always do wash everything. So, but it sucks. Got the the anhydrous motor out. Just went through that, got it running. I mean, looking at that corn, another week, if that, because we're supposed to be in the 80s for 3-4 days in a row, and then we're supposed to get some rain the middle of the week. I'm gonna need to start hammering on some anhydrous on the early corn. So I need to start getting that hooked up to the 2 nurse tanks that are out back and bring them over and start filling them. And yeah, problem with this year is with everything being planted like in such a short window, boy, it's going to make everything like have to happen in such a short window. Spraying of the corn, the early corn is all sprayed. When I finished drilling beans yesterday, I went and sprayed the last of the early corn, so that's all sprayed. So the early corn just needs anhydrous now, but all the later corn, everything from May 20th on, corn and beans, is all gonna be, you know, like, we're gonna have to do everything like boom, 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 boom. Spray corn, spray beans, get right on anhydrous. So, yeah, gonna be busy. All right, I got the 1 nurse tank up here, filling it with anhydrous. As soon as I get this one filled, I'll get it out of the way and park it. Go grab the other one, bring that up and fill it. I'm thinking, looking at that corn, I don't know, like I said, today's Sunday. Not sure I'm gonna do much after I get these tanks filled and get my applicator hooked on. I'm tired. I might take the rest of the day off. Plus they're showing, as you can tell by looking at the sky, chance of showers this afternoon. Very slight chance. But middle of the week is when they show the rain. All right, keep in mind this is the test plot, so there could be, it all actually looks the same color right now, but as it grows, some will be different color, different heights, whatnot. But that's getting just about where I'm gonna start doing anhydrous, probably another, I don't know, 2-3 days, maybe Tuesday. As you can see, I sprayed the headland when I did it, and it killed the weeds pretty good. When I get the brush hog hooked up after the anhydrous is over with, I'll keep that brush hog down. Actually, I might hit it once with the disc too. But yeah, so that's today's project. Fill anhydrous nurse tanks, get the applicator hooked up. Don't think I'll fill that today. I'll wait till I'm ready to start, but because I'll definitely be doing the anhydrous on this early corn around here before I get back to spraying more corn, because like I said, we didn't start planting all the rest of the corn and all of the beans until from May 20th on. So today's June 2nd, so it's only been 12-13 days that most of that corn is just coming up and isn't very tall yet. Needs to be 5-6 inches tall before I spray it. It was definitely a weird ass spring. I'm trying to remember if I've had one like this lately. I know if I have, it's been quite a while. I mean, we literally planted all this corn around here May 3rd and 4th, and then on May 7th I went over and planted that 25 acres on Emmerich Road, down the road from the Buddha Italy farm that I call it, which is that 25 acres is what I sprayed yesterday, and then never put a seed in the ground again until the 20th. So there was 13 days in the middle of the month that we didn't put a seed in the ground, like I just said, which I'm not sure. I mean, we always have a couple of days that you don't because of rain, and we had a couple of days in there, like I said earlier, from that 7/10 between May 20th and June 1st when we finished, that we didn't work. But not sure we've ever had a 13-day in a row stretch where we just sat on our ass in plain English and didn't put anything in the ground. All right, this tank is full. Before I unhook that hose right there, though, I'm going to do a little PSA. You farmers know what I'm talking about. And yes, after I fill the other tank and get the applicator ready, I'm taking the rest of the day off because I'm tired. And I just did something really stupid. Okay, the best way to describe anhydrous ammonia, other than the smell can kill you, you know, if you get too much into your lungs, is it's like propane. It's a liquid gas. It can freeze burn you. Well, when you get done and you turn off your valves and all that, they got these bleeders that you bleed. Well, there's the hole. It was facing me. I didn't pay any attention to it whatsoever to make it face the other way or down. And I come over to bleed it, and luckily I just started turning it when it started pissing out at me. I had my gloves on, thank God, because that glove got really, really cold. It hit me in the shirt here, which I'm fine, by the way, because then I mean, I jumped back the hell away from it when it happened. But yeah, so I said last year in a video, that's nasty shit, but if you know what you're doing, you can do it safely. Well, first tank of the year, the mine didn't remember, put the bleeder away from you, stupid, or straight down. And part of that is because I'm tired. So I'm going to move that one out of the way. I'm going to fill the other one, get the applicator hooked up, and take the rest of the day off. So I'm gonna use the old adage, tomorrow is another day. I probably will wait till Tuesday to start doing it anyhow, but yeah, after that stupid mistake, I need to pay more attention to start with. So, but yes, I'm taking the rest of the day off when I'm done. All right, filling the other one. I don't normally do this, but you know what? I'm just whatever. So build flow. You said, I'm reading the comments on the video that came out before the video I'm making right now. Please don't take this as criticism or negatively, but what about all that grease that falls off into the food chain? If it doesn't come off your hands easily, obviously it will stay on the food. Just some thoughts from an outside know-nothing. Of course, then I can push on your little icons, and it'll tell me how many comments you've made. You've made 2. You made one under my video called Lies and More Lies 9 months ago. So yeah, I'm calling you out. This is from 9 months ago. You are a tough boy, and so you can dish it out. Don't cry about the opposition. There are good and bad GMO. I don't even know what that video was about, but now we're going from crying about opposition to GMOs. Some GMO foods cannot be metabolized by human body. It takes thousands of years before humans can adapt to this bullshit GMO food that's designed to increase profits and not health. You have your head in the sand, bro. Okay, bro. First of all, I love that. Bro, I ain't nobody's fucking bro other than my 2 sisters and my brother. But, so build flow. The whole grease thing. The GMO thing, Eat fucking bugs like the government wants you to. Go eat milkweed, go eat weeds, go eat whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. But I'm a little confused on the grease thing. So I greased my corn planter when I put it away. So I greased that grease fitting. A little bit of grease there. And then the hands thing, if I have grease on my hands. All right, you got the last part right, the know nothing thing. Because, you know, you're obviously still here 9 months later, and I don't give a fuck if this pisses you off and you leave, because I don't give a fuck if I got 1 subscriber. But that cornfield over there will get to be 6 to 7 feet tall, probably. 6 to 8. We harvest it in October, so it won't start producing an ear for another, I don't know, today's June 2nd. It's going to be pushing the end of July. It won't actually form the ear and get the kernels on it until probably going into August. And I'm not working in the food processing plant, but the majority of my stuff, if you pay attention, has been going to a feed mill and getting ground up for animals. So even if it was going as that's the corn you're going to eat, I don't work in the processing plant. And the grease on my hands, my fucking hands are dirty all the time. And I'm usually eating my sandwich with it while I'm in the tractor. I wonder why farmers live to be in their 80s and 90s. Maybe because they just don't give a fuck, and they do. But as far as the GMO stuff goes, there's 8 billion people in this country right now. If farmers, not just here in this United States, but around the world, were still getting the same yields they were back in the 1950s and 60s, you know, before we got into the 70s and 80s when they started doing GMO. GMO, for you non-farmers, genetically modified organism, is what it stands for. We'd be fucking starving, okay? Because, but then again, maybe that's why Bill Gates wants us to eat fake meat. Go ahead, build flow, eat it. Maybe that's why they want us to eat bugs. I'm going to continue to eat a big old fat fucking cow that's going to eat that corn right there. or them soybeans over there. I mean, I just don't get it. All right, if y'all, or not all, but some of you want to be, I'm going to insult you, I don't care, fruitcakes in my opinion, and think you got to fucking eat whatever, and we're killing everybody in the planet, and whatever. Fuck off, in plain English. I mean, I'm just to the point, I don't even care anymore. You know, 10,000 of you could leave tomorrow because I just pissed you off. I don't fucking care. Okay, there's gonna come the fucking day when I won't pick this camera up anymore to start with because I don't fucking care so much, because I'm sick of the bullshit. But you be you and I'll be me. Remember my 2 signs that Jeffrey made me? Yeah, you be you and I'll be me. And are you getting it yet? Maybe there's a reason they want you to eat bugs and plants, but you eat whatever. I'm gonna eat my ham, turkey, or roast beef sandwich every day with my bag of potato chips in the tractor like I do, and then whatever it is Barb cooks me for supper when I get in at night. So, and I'm gonna live till I don't live anymore. But if you think this fucking world couldn't survive without genetically modified with 8 billion people in it, you're fucking insane. While you're eating your seedless watermelon, which never existed. It does now because it's genetically modified. I mean, I had this discussion in a video and I'm not going back over. It's kind of like the Labradoodle. When you breed a lab with a poodle, that's genetically modifying a dog breed in plain English. So either fucking deal with it or don't. But you don't have to preach about takes thousands of years and the whole grease thing. That was just fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Plain and simple fucking stupid. The grease, if I don't get all the grease off my hands, it's going to get into the food chain. I've ate many of sandwiches and fucking potato chips and everything else while the grease was still on my hand. Driving in the fucking tractor. Alright, so I got the applicator hooked up. I got all 4 knives are in good shape, so I got life to go. I got 2 or 3 of these extra spring teeth. Let's cross our fingers we don't break any. We have gone years where we haven't, and then we've had years from fucking hell where, oof, yeah. So I got the grease gun out here because I need to grease these side plates where it goes up and down. I need to grease the valve up there. Don't mind the dripping. I overfilled my safety water tank there, so if you get the shit on you or in your eyes, you can put cold water on it. The only problem is when it's in there, and if it gets in the 80s and 90s, yeah, it ain't very cold, but it's still water. So, but I don't know, I'm scared to grease it because, you know, that grease might get in the food chain. All right, I'm just gonna grease it and be fucking done for the day. But you know what? Your comment, I've been thinking about it, you know. Don't take this negatively. Well, the way your comment was 9 months ago, your comment this time was negative because I don't know, man. Can anybody be that dumb, not have any common sense? Grease. Oh, look, I got some grease on my hand. I wonder if I don't clean that enough, if that'll end up in the food chain. What the fuck? I mean, is our society really that stupid? So yeah, I'm being an asshole back to you because you pretty much were being an asshole to me with your comments. So, and you can stay or you can go. I think that's a song, isn't it? Isn't that a line in a song? You can stay or you can go. I don't know. But I really don't fucking care. So I'm going to go grease my machine now and hope it doesn't get into the food chain. And then I'm going to the house because I'm also hungry. It's 1:15 and I haven't had lunch yet. Good Tuesday morning. Putting on napalm, otherwise known as anhydrous ammonia, on the test plow right across from the shop, as you can see. I already had my, you know, first time out issues. Kept seeing a puff of anhydrous coming up over the back of the applicator. Found one of the small hoses that go to the knives, had a pinhole in it, so replaced that. Yeah, but I mean, it's just natural wear. It happens. So not gonna hold the camera a lot doing this because gotta make sure I stay between the rows so that I don't run any corn over. But this is today's project. I don't know, maybe when I get up there on that flat field out back, I'll put the camera with the magnet out on the applicator or something. I don't know, I'll do something. But as you can tell, there's plenty of moisture in the ground. Looking at the moisture, it's digging up between the rows. Alright, I'm getting to the end, gotta go. Alright, so good Wednesday morning. That's full and ready. Was full, so it's partially full. I got 25 acres left to do of the early corn. I'm gonna go over here and measure this. Obviously I did this yesterday. Today's June 5th. Let's just get a rough idea. Right now it all looks pretty uniform. Being a test plot, it's going to be, as it grows, different colors, different sizes. But let's get a rough idea. Well, kind of to the top of the leaves, you're talking 15, 16 inches. So let's see what it is Come on, tape measure. Unsnap and go back in there. So let's see what it is next week. And then if I remember, the week after. Because it's big enough that the roots should be getting down to where putting the anhydrous on right now, it should start gobbling that up. So, oh my God. The freaking cottonwood shit that's flying around. Yeah, it's allergy season. My lawn over there looks like it snowed, but so let's remember that. Somewhere 15, 16 inches, roughly, you know, to the top of the leaf. And in a week, we'll see what we got. In 2 weeks, if I remember. You might have to remind me in the comments. We'll see what I got. We'll see how. So that was planted May 3rd. So it's June 5th. So just over a month it's that tall. Let's see where it goes over the next month. Now that it's got the go-go juice to it. The anhydrous. All right. I got the truck hooked up to the wagon. Got my pump in the back. So when I need it, I can call Barb. She rode over here with me and took the gator back so she doesn't have to walk over because her ankle's still bothering her. So I'm just gonna do my one more thing now. This video is getting long enough. And you know, I caught a little bit last night when I got in how Congress was grilling, you know, our good buddy Dr. Fucky and whatnot. Well, so, and Mom, if you're watching, because I know you watch some of my videos, everything we're doing is to keep your wheels up. So I don't know if I had ever mentioned it, but my mom took a tumble back in January, had 5 staples in her head, and shit ain't been right ever since. So obviously we're dealing with the, you know, the spring weather we've had, getting shit done, and that. It's the personal stuff that I mentioned in the last video. So, and y'all know my love for today's medical system. You know, it's just pump them full of fucking big pharma and get as much money out of them as you can. And so we're slowly getting this figured out with her that, you know, maybe it's not so great to take people that are in their 90s and just pump them full of fucking drugs that make them loopy and do all sorts of shit to them, because it seems now that as we're getting rid of those drugs, she actually seems to be getting better. And that's the whole purpose, is to, you know, let's not drive them into a home that costs fucking $15,000 a month. I mean, they were talking about rehab when she was in the hospital last week before we brought her home. They wanted $15,000 down, a down payment, and then $600 a day. Yeah, fuck you, you know? How about we get rid of all the drugs that make them act like they need to be in rehab or in a home or something like that? And that's pretty much the road we've gone down. So it's been a little, you know, stressful this spring with everything going on. One of the reasons why you haven't had a live stream with Jim and I, but you'll get one eventually. When? I don't know. It'll be what it'll be. So stop asking for those that are asking. So when it happens, it happens. It's not like we don't fucking tell you that it's going to happen. So, all right. So I'm going to end this so I can get to work. Don't forget to go on the Grumpy Farmer, push on the Grumpy Farmer apparel link and get your hats and t-shirts and all that good shit, especially the Are You Getting It Yet stuff. So, because we're not that far from the election and people need to start getting it. I'm going to give you a second more thing. It's Wednesday afternoon. I got all the early corn caught up, so I'm filling my tanks up so they're ready when the later corn, obviously, well, when all the rest of the corn gets ready, since it was all the 75-80% of the corn and beans were planted from May 20th. I think I've said this, through June 2nd. So, but going back to my hater there earlier in the video, when he made, I got thinking about this. He was throwing science at me. Just ate my lunch. I got a sandwich stuck in my teeth. Some GMOs the human body cannot metabolize for thousands of years. Alright, is this like Dr. Fucky science or something? Because GMOs have been out since the 70s. So we're talking 50 years roughly since GMOs have been out or started, and then, you know, have progressed. So somehow we know the human body can't metabolize it for 1,000 years, because I'm assuming science says so, on something that's only been around for like 50 or less, depending on what it is. Yeah, that's kind of like doing the trials with the old hokey pokey, but we just shot her out there and you'll all be safe. So think about that one. 1,000 years for something that's been out for around 50. Wondering how that science works. Did we give it to somebody and age them 1,000 years to see?